Rio de Janeiro. The beach, the nightlife, the romance. But 15 miles from paradise is a place called the City of God.
Brazil actually is like two different countries, you know. There's a middle-class country, I mean, regular people, and there's this other Brazil, the poor Brazil. So the idea of this film was...
Miramax Films is proud to present City of God, the film Roger Ebert has proclaimed one of the best films you will ever see. Nominated for 4 Academy Awards, including Best Screenplay and Best Director. City of God.
City of God is this suburb near Rio. It used to be a housing project from the government. Because it was very far away from Rio, some drug dealers came to this place and began to drug deal. Paulo Lins was raised in this place. A writer coming from this place is very rare. You don't see this much. Since he was a kid, he was listening all the stories of drug dealers, of criminals, or all kinds of murders. And one day he decided to write the stories that he had heard during all his life in that place. And he spent 8 years writing this book, Cidade de Deus. It's a novel, but based on facts.
Quem traficava eram pessoas idosas, eram velhas, porque não era muito intenso o tráfico de drogas. A cocaína nem existia na época, né? Só existia maconha. Porque era uma coisa isolada, era coisa de rico, né? O favelado não usava cocaína, era só maconha.
Paulo Lins, when he wrote the book, he shows exactly how difficult it is to live without someone taking care of you or without opportunities.
He said that a lot of times he was writing the book and he would see some character passing by his window. He would go downstairs, pay a beer for the guy, chat for 2-3 hours, then come back and just write the stories that he had heard. We see from the beginning how the drug dealers control these areas. What do they do to control the areas? This is what the film tries to explain.
In order to adapt the massive 600-page novel, director Fernando Meirelles and Academy Award-nominated screenwriter Bralo Mantovani created an unorthodox structure around a character named Rocket, based on the author Paulo Lins himself.
Rocket is the main character in the film. He's just a regular boy living in a slum, and he tells us what he sees. Begin to get a lot of money, there's a lot of parties, and they have girlfriends. So this part of the film is colorful, there's a lot of jokes, and so it's a very... The boys, we didn't used to give much marks to the actor. They could go wherever they wanted to, and so it's a more relaxed way of shooting. When you watch the film from the beginning towards the end, you have this feeling of things getting out of control. You don't see colors anymore. You just see walls and corridors, and it's like City of God. It's their own trap, you know? We didn't have much money, so we prepared a lot, and we shot the film in 8 weeks. Cesar Scialoni is my cinematographer. We've been working together for 15 years. When I first thought about doing this film, he was my first and only option. Sometimes he would come to me and say, this character, we're missing something here. Why don't you create a new sequence where this thing could happen, and etc. And some of his ideas are in the film. He's much more than a DP. He's a great friend, and well, he's very talented. Sometimes he changes the order of the script. Of course, he's very good editing just a scene, but he thinks in the whole thing, you know. Most of the actors in the film, they're amateurs. They knew what they were playing because they were playing themselves. So every time I had an actor playing with them, you could tell. So it was really getting involved and And this idea of working with non-professional actors, I set a school in Rio de Janeiro, and I invited Guti Fraga, Fatima Toledo, and Katia Land to create this school with me. And we worked for 6 months to see if we could find actors, and we did. Little Z is Leandro Firmino. He lives in City of God. He never thought about being an actor, and he's brilliant.
Amazing, because to get inside this, you have to really look in the eyes of the boys, and that's what Fernando did, and that's why it's really good, because he let the boys take him. Like, they have so much passion in what they do, and so much true what they're doing. So it was amazing because of that.
It's not my film, but it's really a film from a group of people, including Cesar, Katia, Braulio, and these amazing actors that I found.